been such a signature pick, but will they commit to this glue given the fact that the meta has changed towards damage EXP now?
E-
And we can already see from the side of Daku Sena, they went for the Joy ban. Afterwards, we might see a few more bans from both of the side, but Special Grade is going to be going for the next ban. I think they can ban off the Rafaela because right now she has the ability to revive her teammates, and that can be quite problematic. But they went for another support hero, and that is the Matilda, Sosuke.
I mean, you know what? Matilda and Joy, these are like the cliche band. It hasn't been, in my opinion, like went away from like past 2 3 seasons. So
Yeah.
along with Kale, like Kale also got nerfed with his with her range getting short to like from 4.5 something to 4. But still, these heroes are still a threat. I think Joy, in my opinion, in the Indian scene, they just ban Joy because they just feel it's just kind of an annoying hero to face against. And obviously, I just feel like that's why the bans are there, because if you don't like a hero, just ban it away. And the glue, this hero has also been into the banning section for almost, I don't know, I think in MPL also it has like quite a good ban rate. I think it's approximately around 60 to 70% ban rate. So yeah, so far so forth. I think all these bans are like not surprising in my opinion. What do you think, PG?
So far, so good. Glue is definitely there as a respect band coming in for Daku Sena. Interestingly enough, Kalia wasn't expecting to see on the ban list, but it is already there. Maybe Daku Sena are really looking forward to that kind of a damage composition, banning out
Ooh.
the supports and something like a Lucas as well.
But I don't think Lucas should have been banned because he got nerfed really bad this
Yeah.
time, and he's not in the meta to be honest. But still, they don't want to phase him out. And from the side of Special Grade, they finally did went for the Rafaela. There are a lot of options open for Daku Sena. If they're going for any assassins, Lancelot would be pretty good because the overall mark duration got reduced for him. Arlot is pretty good if they're going for the EXP. And if you're talking about the marksmen, I haven't seen Ixia yet. She got a really good buff this time. But finally, we can
Hmm.
see Lapu Lapu getting picked. Sosuke.
Let's see. Let's see. This time around, I am curious to know for the Lapu Lapu, will there be a Yuzhong or not? On top of that, for special grade though, I mean, they have been playing a lot of Harriet with Sanson. Yep, Sanson is there in the lineup as well. So, will they actually commit to Harriet this time or something like a Beatrix? For because last time I do remember him getting a maniac on a Beatrix. Mikey.
I think they. Okay, I was actually going to say Uranus because of the region he gets right now. But yeah, they went for it. But Hayabusa, I think, he's pretty decent right now. But they could have gone for something else. They could have gone for something bulky. And this, since they're going for the jungler early on, they could have gone for the Roger. He's pretty good right now. What do you say, Solski?
I mean, I think you could have gone for the Roger as well, as you have said, but I like Haya. I think his scalability has gotten affected in this recent patch, so yeah, I think it's pretty decent. Again, they're going for a Suyu. Plus, I think Roger. I think, in my opinion, I haven't seen a Roger snowball so far, so forth, as far as I'm concerned in this tournament. Plus, I think Roger in the gold lane works pretty quite well also in the jungling as well. But I think like people don't know where the Rogers power spike is right now in this meta, because they go for like the Windhugger and the Endless Battle builds. I think that these two items are enough to get the power spike of the Roger. But I still think people the players still haven't gotten the hunch of when the Roger gets power spike. But yep, Jazz and that Harith, along with Suyu and the Harith, perfectly good picks. And to counter that, there is going to be, I think that's a Sanson's classic pick, the
Yep.
sniping, the Beatrix.
Let's go. Interestingly enough, this time around into the first match, wasn't expecting it quite early on coming in from Sanson, but he is going to have a comfortable time in his goal lane. But Harith coming in, will the goal laner from Daku Sena help the team or not, because there's a Hayabusa. Hayabusa is going to be a good part of diving into the back lanes, making sure that even Jazz or even Haitatsu won't be. But Dakusena do have the potential to actually go, shut down the Hayabusa. They can have an invade potential right from the mid game.
I guess so, but from the side of special grade, we can see they went to ban of the Kadita, and I think that's a pretty good decision because right now, the skill durations that are shortened out, like you can see the animations being quite fast right now, and
Yeah.
you cannot stop her ultimate at all without suppression. So that can be deadly in situations. We can see the Batang getting banned out from Dakusena as well, and the Tigreal from special grade. Sosuke.
I mean, Tigrel and Kadita, like as you mentioned, Kadita is kind of dangerous right now because without the separation, you can't even, you know, just disrupt her ultimate along with the animation that is just too fast. But the Tigreal ban, I mean, I'm pretty much not too fan of that Tigreal ban. Maybe there is a Tigreal god in the side of DS, but straight away the Badang men ban here, and I think Badang is a quite a good ban right here, but Bakshia, okay. Bakshia also getting banned. I think they don't want to give away the Bakshia roam so that their Harith and their Lapu is in a safe place for now. And the Badang ban and the Tyrell ban. Tyrell, I'm not a big fan, but let's just see how they are going to take advantage of their first pick in the second picking phase. I think they are going to go for what they're lacking. They are lacking a roam, I guess. So they might go for a roaming. I think Gato may be an option here.
Oh. Rome, both the sides they do need something, maybe on a support note. A Rafaela band, so there's nothing much more.
Angela.
Yep, Angela, very less chance. Though. Daku Sena can surprise us with an Angela. I do remember they actually come up with kind of a surprise note at
Oh.
the end, but maybe or maybe not. Let's see if they do commit to that or not. But special grade though coming in with a Selena. Interestingly enough, I am not sure of the Selena. They could have gone in for something like a what do you call a farsa maybe.
Hmm.
Orsa could have been good, but Selena is decent as well. The only problem
Yeah.
that she's gonna have is with the range. But from the side of special get, they did lack crowd control, so Selena can provide that. Also, she can provide the visions. If she is utilized properly, she can be an asset. But if she is, ambushed quite a lot, or if she engages in a wrong moment, then she's gonna be a liability. So let's see what happens with this pick, because it is I'd say a controversial one. Selena is pretty commonly picked, but overall, what she does in this one is gonna have a big impact because they are literally lacking in range. From the side of Daku Sena, they went for Vexana and Gatos Kacha, two solid picks, decent crowd controls, and decent damage as well. Sosuke.
Yep, exactly. Plus, I know, even I think SG has gone for Serena because they want to get a pickoffs in the early phase. Because look at the comp, no, like they have Beatrice, which is highly dependent on first two items, plus the Hayabusa. Because of the recent patch, his scalability has been impacted, so you need items for Hayabusa as well. Plus, I think for the lane clearing part, that's why they have gone for the Beatrix because Beatrix has a very good lane clear, and that's a good pick right there. I mean, people are not utilizing this Mino. He also got a massive buff, in my opinion, and I think along with his not discipline but defense has actually increased a lot in this recent patch. So Gato and this Vexana will have to be a little. I mean, will have to position herself. If she position herself well, I think she can figure out her way in this meta. Sorry, in this match. But so far, so for drafting point of view, I think both of the team win. But I might go for DS here this time. What do you guys think?
Ooh. For me, it's going to be special grade. I'm really loving the Minotaur. I was hoping something of a crowd control to come in since the Tigreal is banned. It kind of gave away a hint that they don't want the energy to be matched by Takusena. So I'm liking that. But Mikey, what about your choice?
I'd say from the side of Dakusena, they have a balanced out draft, but from the side of special grade, they do have a special draft on their hand. They have a EXP who focuses on regen. They have a marksman who has versatile. guns for different ranges, and they've got the Hayabusa who can just dive in with the quad shadows to steal the turtle or lords. So there is a high possibility for them if they're able to utilize their skills. The Minotaur can heal them up. Selena can use the abyssal arrow and all. So they have a pretty good chance. So my bet's on special grade in this time.
And we are here in the land of dawn, so you guys take it away.
How much are you willing to bet, by the way? Just kidding, just kidding. And now you have mentioned it, but I forgot about the Minotaur's heal. My bad. So, and for the melting point of view, Harith, how much can Harith melt? I think I think, gotta have a lot of snowball in the early phase, so that's how he's gonna melt. But you don't forget about, I think, Suyu as as a fighter will be having a little bit, I would say, a tough time. So they gotta balance it out between whether who to take first, because Minotaur with the heal along with the Uranus, I mean, it's kind of annoying. Plus, you're gonna go for that. What do you call that? What is the support first item? I forgot. Like, I'm not getting the name. I don't know what it is called. But yeah, never mind. So now, okay, Samsung Galaxy right there. Just going for that micro place here, and they will be using the retribution along with Suyu. He will also get it. But remember, the abyssal arrow is there. The mark is on point. But never mind. That's a little bit skirmish. There, not enough damage.
Absolutely. If Minotaur gets the Flask of Voices, I think you were talking about that.
Yes.
If he goes
Thank
for
you.
that, there is a high possibility that they'll have a really good advantage in the early on because the overall heal he can provide from that point, it's going to be quite problematic for Daku Sena. But in the meantime, we can see the turtle spawn in the top lane. Hayabusa already going in for the turtle. There is going to be a competition from Daku Sena, but in the top lane, we can see the Abyssal Arrow from Selena. Lapu Lapu retreating. I don't think they should be forcing a fight over there. They should be focusing on the turtle instead. And let's see who gets the turtle. Jazz in a very low HP. Selena doing a good amount of damage over here. Vixana already used up her ultimate over here. But let's see what happens. Turtle was secured by Samsung Galaxy. Goes to the side of special grade.
I mean, the hell you are doing, Vexana? You were supposed to go back that other side. I would say that's a positioning issue from Vexana right there. I think she got a little bit confused. Meanwhile, you can see in the bottom lane there is a skirmish as well, man. Abyssal Arrow, and that's a Chocopie
That's
with a
it.
recall taunt and perfectly executed by that Selena. This is what I was talking about. They are looking for the first pick up, but never mind. We can see the top. Sorry, in the bottom lane there is a Sanson who is in quite too low, but AOTG misses out widely. Hyde also going in for that, but there is the heal from the Minotaur that we talked about, and now he will getting the knockup from the Minotaur and will fall down from the hands of Sanson. Major error from the side of DS right now. SG, I think they're utilizing their draft to the fullest potential right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Minotaur's heal, Selena's traps, and the overall damage coming out from the whole team, that's too intense. I think from the side of Daku Sena, if Vixana had a bit of better position, that would have been better. I think if Gadot Kacha stays up front a little bit, makes up space for her, then things can be a little bit better for Daku Sena. Because we could see that Vixana's Eternal Guard was wasted in the top lane, unfortunately, because she didn't have anyone up front to give her that kind of backup. But already we can see a bit of poke going on. Uranus
Ah,
being
yeah.
the tanky hero he is, just goes in to poke around. Suyo will have a hard time in the jungle maybe, but let's see what happens in the bottom lane. A fight might break out, but already assuming that from side of Dakusena, they will be staying around the turret. I don't think they will be going for a fight, but already we can see Jazz taking up a bit of damage. Also Suyo is taking a lot of damage, might be taking out flicker being used to retreat from that situation. Uris will evade. Selena could have gone for the Suyo, but yeah, the Eternal Guard saved Suyo over there. Solski.
Yeah, exactly. Uranus is being a pain in the nose. Not that what you were thinking about what I was gonna say, but yeah. So yep, you got it. But Haitatsu, I think he is having a pretty much hard time to whom to protect and whom not to protect. Plus, this Mino Uranus combo is proving to be a lethal combination right there. I might lose the bet here. It's good that I didn't put any money, by the way. So yep. And for the first item, Uranus has opted for this anti-cuirasis. And why is that? I think because of the Sui. Obviously, there is a Zaman Force in the bottom lane. Funny Valentine, quite too low. Misses out with the AOTG again. Sansin might be in danger. Soul Seaver, but Soul Saver will do the job for the Sansin. Now the first kill will go towards the side of Team DS by the hands of, I would say, let's just say, three people need to take out one people. That's the Sansin, I would say. So that's much how potential Sansa is proving to be. But meanwhile, you can see the
Oh my
combination
god.
quad shot right there, but quite too low. Haitatsu manages to survive with the revitalized with no one. Fury is on point. There is the purified Zaman Force. Not a very good positioning of the Zaman Force, the bravest fighter of them all. And now this time, retaliation is there from the side of Team DS. Vortex is also has been popped up, but the rocket launcher from the Sansin quite too low. There is the height. Haitatsu giving the stun to that Uranus. Meanwhile, Abyssal Arrow on point, flickering in. No, you shouldn't have to. He would have died right there. And that's a greedy, my guys. And for that greediness, that they will pay from their life this time. And funny random, they will be eating a
Ooh,
sniper
the
from
damage.
Sansin.
I think from the side of Daku Sena, the best thing they did right now was holding on to the Minotaur, and they
Yeah.
just continuously forced the fight over there. From the side of Special Grade, they were forced to stay around it, and Daku Sena just took the complete advantage out of it. From the top lane, the tier 3 would have fallen down, but is still holding on. From the looks of it, there is a possibility of a fight, but that's gonna be in the turtle lane, since the turtle is gonna be spawning in the bottom lane's river. In the mid lane, there might be a poking going on, but I don't think they will go for a fight. But let's see what they're gonna do. Already, both of the teams are rotating towards the turtle lane, and they are trying to hold on to the whole position, trying to zone out a bit. But let's see what happens, Olski.
Yep. The turtle now this time, second turtle or maybe third turtle will go towards the side of Team DS this time. And now Quad Shadow misses out. I think Quad Shadow, Samsung Galaxy could use Quad Shadow to its optimal, but never mind, there is the Roxy quite too low. Will go back, but no, will not survive the day and will not be able to be alive to see the next day because he will be taken down from that Suyu. Meanwhile, you can see in the bottom lane there is a little skirmish area going, but Sanson got to commend his gold laning right now because he took out solo that Harith, but even though he fall down, but yep, that's the firepower that they have right now with the Sanson. But there is a good protection coming in from the side of Team DS2. That's Suyu, but Suyu quite just standing there might be
Ooh.
a lagging, might get okay. Never mind, he got stunned by the Selena. Meanwhile, we can see Selena is not in a very good position. Not Selena, Sanson is not in a very good position, and not with a good gun as well. Meanwhile, AOTG again misses out like a wildly. Meanwhile, you can see there is the quad shadow, but getting stunned from the Texana. Quite too low here. Uranus will try to survive, and right now might get
Oh
the kill
my
of
god.
that Aaron, but will first survive now, and there will be the end of this team fight. Meanwhile, we can see. Did I see just a Kiashi going in with that? I would say a Sky Piercer in that Suyu.
Can we look at the items a bit?
Oh yeah, he went it.
He went for it. On the side of Minotaur, he already went with the armor over here. He hasn't completed the anti-curious, but he did went for the Flask of Oasis. So that's going to add up to the heal. But from the side of Daku Sena, already we can see the glowing wand from Vexana. So that's going to work up against the anti-life. That's going to be the anti-life steal of their team. Also, we can see Gatot is going for dominant side, but already Sansin was taken out by Zaz over there. A good initiation coming out from Daku Sena. Already a fight might break away. 3 days grace is trying to poke as much as he can, but he should stay away from any crowd controls. In the bottom lane, we can see that Special Grade has lost their tier 3 already from the side of Dakusena. They were successfully able to take up two tier 3 turrets from the top and bottom lane. The Lord has arrived in the bottom lane's river. From the side of Dakusena, they're going to be focusing on the Lord maybe, but let's see if they are actually trying to go for the Lord or is it a bait. Already Funny Valentine used up the Zaman force, but it actually went for a waste. Minon Fury being used up, a fight being broken out already. Haitatsu is in a very low HP, will try to retreat. Thirge's race is trying to focus on Stain, and Stain was taken out. Zaz was taken out by Sansin. Already Hayabusa is focusing on Suyo, but Suyo was taken out by Sansin again. Double kill for Batrix. In the bottom lane, we can see Funny Valentine is trying to retreat, but that is after all a Uranus, so he's gonna be poking around. Had it against Selena and Uranus. Won't be able to sustain. He'll try to retreat for sure. Was successful enough to do so, but from the side of Special Grade, they do have a chance to do a comeback in this situation because it was a bad turnaround from the past couple of minutes. They finally got the Lord, and let's see what they can utilize with this one.
Yep, exactly. But I love the fact how Special Grid forced the fight this time with the Minoan Fury. Roxy with that, I think, Flicker Minoan Fury getting this turn onto the good people. But meanwhile, we can see again 3 days grace getting caught off guard, but will have the flicker to reposition himself. Meanwhile, nobody. I would like to see that SG Sanson. Nobody's going for the Sanson this time because he is just too, I would say, stacked up right now with his builds. Plus, I think he can melt away a good amount of HP of these frontliners of the side of Team DS. So they gotta watch out for the rocket launcher ultimate, which they have used. Meanwhile, you can see Haitatsu have used the revitalized right there. They are trying to force on the Lord. Meanwhile,
Oh,
Vexana getting
Vexana.
caught into that missile arrow, and 3 days grace will go inside. There will be a Minoan Fury. Jazz is quite too low, but Jazz with a good bravest fighter turn right there. Suyu will have to fall back with a dash, and the quad shadow plus the shadow kill ultimate from the Hayabusa was also on point, but still fails to take down anyone right there. Meanwhile, we can see they are trying to force down the mid lane inhibitor right there. Will they be successful? I don't think so. But there's a Zaman
The
force. There will be
Manforce.
the flicker. Roxy quite too low. Roxy will take him down. 3 days grace is not getting affected by anyone. But never mind, he will get affected by this Harith because he just shrinking down the HP like it's nothing. And I think that's the price to pay because you just overstayed in the mid lane, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Can we look at the belts a bit? On the side of special grade, they have the whole crystal, glowing one for Selena, and from the side of Minotaur, he hasn't gone for the dominance ice. I think that is needed a bit because there's Suyo, there's Lapu Lapu, also the Harith. It's a lot of spell ramp coming out from Daku Sena. To counter it out, they will need that, but yeah, I think Selena can initiate with the glowing one, but that's quite minimal. They will need anti-life steal again in the mid lane. A fight breaking out. The one force being used. Mega kill by the Harith over here. Beatrix was taken down. Roxy is trying to retreat, but wasn't able to do so. Kyashi took out the Minotaur of special grade. Samsung Galaxy is trying to retreat. We can see another engage by Gatot Kacha. And with that being said, Suyo went in, but Harith was the one who secured the kill of Hayabusa. 3 days grace tried to retreat but wasn't able to. The crowd control was too much. Right now it's just Selena trying to hold on to the inhibitor and the base, but from the side of Daku Sena they will engage towards the inhibitor and they will be able to get this turret as well, but maybe not the base since we can see the Beatrix has arrived. We can see this abyssal arrow being put up, but it won't be utilized.
Yep, exactly. That was a very beautifully, I would say, stun by Haitatsu, I guess. And I think that was Stain's part was also there into that stun to that Sanson. And taking out a Sanson is just a major part for Daku Sena to win every team fight because Sanson, as we have seen in his build, that he has gone for a lot of shedding item like malefic gun plus along with I think, and also the Hayabusa is also pretty stacked up, but there will be the pause. I think there might be some technical issue or maybe some player issue as well. We will get to know about it, but meanwhile we will be back into the casters decks. Let's just talk about the last team fight because it was just played out beautifully by the DS. The comeback was there from the team fight, and I think uh, you know the overstayed paved the way for Daku Sena to to make a comeback in this match, in this fight. Now they are onto the lead, and if we see the neutral objective wise, I think they are one turret ahead, Team SG from Team DS. But for now, we will be back after the pause. Height that's quite too low right there. And as you said, they gotta need some anti-heal from that Selena too, because there is a lot of healing coming from the Lapu Lapu as well as from that Haitatsu. So let us see how both the teams will play out this Lord Dance because I think if we see opposite lane pressure, okay, there is Kayashi. He's quite too low. Will be getting the shadow kill, but will survive because Haitatsu was there. There was a revitalize as well. But remember, Hayabusa have used that retribution.
Uranus is
Sansin
low.
trying to zone out. There is no retribution, and yep, Sansin will take that Lord before even Kayashi uses retribution. And I think that was a very good call coming from the Sansin right there.
Absolutely, they just. I think Hayabusa went in towards Karashi beforehand to make him, reduce the HP or take him out at that time so that they can focus on the Lord a bit more. And it was a successful move over there. Right now, from the side of Daku Sena, they're trying to, take out the Lord, and I think they'll be able to do so as well. But in the meanwhile, from the side of Special Grade, they might go for the inhibitor turrets in the top lane and the bottom lane. The minion pressure is quite a lot. They are focusing on the top lane, but in the bottom lane, it's Lapu Lapu. It's gonna take a bit of time, maybe, but no, he is able to take it out quite easily. In the top lane, There is a bit of gathering from the side of special grade. All of them are focusing around the top and mid lane. Along with the Lord, they might go in for a fight. Already we can see that Uranus is still going in, trying to force them out the skills they have. And I think they are successful in it. Zaman for is being used. Hayabusa goes in. Okay, Shadow
Oh,
kill, but no, he wasn't able to do so. Aitatsu took out Hayabusa. That is a bad thing. AOG being put up. Kyashi was taken out in the process by Selena. Roxy is trying to read Flicker being used. Lapu Lapu with the Bravest Fighter. Sansin was taken out in the process. An amazing engage by Lapu Lapu. The Flicker and Bravest Fighter was amazing. Right now, from the side of Special Grid, they will retreat. They don't have any damage dealers in their team right now. So it's better to just stay in the defense and wait for the revival.
exactly. Man, what in the hell? This guy was sinking Samsung Galaxy. There was no shadow onto the people. It was just, a free. I would say they knew that you were gonna teleport there because you didn't have, I would say, a good positioning of the quad shadow. And just got stunned by from first Vexana, then there was taunt from Haitatsu, and you just need that only to release Hayabusa, I guess. I mean, he just gotta use his, I would say, his quad shadow up to the point. I think he's not using that quad shadow. I would say not very gracefully, but he's not utilizing his potential of the quad shadow. I would say fully because whenever he's using quad shadow, it is not hitting onto any people. It just basically showing that yeah he will just teleport there because it's a free. Whenever there is a wrong position of quad shadow, enemy knows that where you're gonna teleport. So that's a very important point that you use that quad shadow onto the people, not just
In the
freely
top
hitting
lane,
there. Meanwhile,
Hayabusa,
lane
Suyo.
as well, we can see there is a high touch AOTG onto the point. 3 days grace quite too low. Samsung uses rocket launch ultimate to just zone out. They will get the bottle and turret this time. So now, I think that was a previous defense was too good from the side of Team DS in my opinion. Now the 11 seconds for Lord. And now I would say the goal difference is hovering towards Daku Sena. Still, I would like to see some itemization right now because I think Halep might have gotten his full build because it's 5-1-10 right now, and the Lord is up. They're not waiting for 18 minutes Lord, they're just melting this Lord only. And we can see this Uranus has gone for Twilight Armor as well because there is just too much burst damage coming from the side of Team DS right there. And now the Lord will be going toward the side of Team DS, plus the roaming is also there. The encourage roam from Vexana. I mean, do you think that Vexana could have gone for dire hit as well?
I don't think Direhit would have been that
Optimal.
effective for her.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but yeah, if they want to be creative and try out new things, they can obviously go for it. And already the Lord advantage is for the side of Daku Sena. They did get the Lord without any competition because they were able to take out Hayabusa beforehand. And right now they are trying to force out the turrets in the top lane, but let's see if that actually happens or not. Already a bit of poking going on. The Lord is arriving from the mid lane. It will go directly for the base because there is no inhibitor in the mid lane already. For special good, they lost their top lane tier 2, and Suyo is already going for the inhibitor in the top lane. And let's see what happens. Already a bit of engage. AOG being used up. Flicker being used at the process. Gazokaze is trying to retreat. Minu and Fury being used up. Base might get locked from the side of Dakusen, and they are locking on to it. The base is down. And with that being said, the first round is won by none other than Dakusena.
Yep, exactly. I think Team AC just did a very bad blunder in this match, to be honest, because they just threw, I think, one or two fights, and that's what you need in this, in this game to, come make a comeback. But yep, PT is here, and also I won the bet, by the way.
Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. And what a game that we have just seen. Interestingly enough, the Lapu Lapu, I feel like Lapu Lapu had a very good role in giving them the win that they were needing. Look at that, 3 to 8. Jazz really did a very good job. And top of that, Funny Valentine also getting farmed up against a Beatrix. Come on, look at that. Crazy.
I guess so, but I think from the side of special grid, they finally didn't actually go for the anti-lifesteal from the side of the front laners at least. The front laners would be the Minato and the Uranus. I think they should have gone for it. We can see Hayabusa, Beatrix, and even Selena with three individual anti-lifesteals. But I think the front laners, if they had it, that would have been better. They